Have you ever heard someone say, IULs are a scam or stay away from index universal life insurance? It's a bold claim. But what if I told you the problem is not IUL itself? It's the way it's designed by the agent. Take a look at this example. 35-year-old male contributing $20,000 a year for 25 years. This is a level death benefit design. We are starting off with $1.2 million and it remains level until the cash value grows enough to cause the death benefit to increase at some point. Now, $20,000 go into the policy year one, cash value zero. Another $20,000 go into the policy year two, cash value zero. Do you see the problem? So you probably heard about IUL. You are able to access money tax-free when you needed it. But this design doesn't allow you to do that. There's no more cash to borrow from after putting in $40,000 into the products. Some agents will defend this kind of bad design and say, well, this is a long-term product. Don't focus on the short term. Just look down the road. Everything will be fine. But listen, we are assuming an average of 6% growth in this design. What if we don't get that 6%? So you are saying we should ignore the high expenses and just hope that it will be fine in the future. I don't agree with that argument. Now let's look at the commission that an agent will get for such a design. Go to the bottom here and we see the target premium, which is the commission being paid out by the insurance company, over $22,000. Now, typically, an agent will pocket about 80 to 100% depending on the agency. This is not a good design. How can we get something better where the expenses are much lower? Let's go to the second design, which uses increasing death benefit. This is the increasing death benefit design. We are starting with a much lower death benefit, $390,000. Remember, previously it was $1.2 million. The death benefit increases every year as the current value also grows. So you have $390,000 starting off. When we have about $104,000 in the policy, you add these two numbers and we have $494,000. So as your current value increases, the death benefit also increases along. Basically meaning that the death benefit already includes the current value. Sometimes people say the insurance company, they keep your money. But if you're using an increasing death benefit, that is not true. We put in $20,000. We get some amount of money. First design didn't give us any money, but this one gives us about $3,500. Second year, we put in another $20,000 and now we have over $23,000 available to borrow from. So if for something were to happen, you are able to access money from the policy. Now let's look at the commission for this better design. About $7,000, much lower than the $22,000, which shows this second design is far better than the first design. When we use the increasing death benefit option, it's better than the level death benefit design. Can we do even better? Is there a way to shrink down the expenses as much as possible? The answer is absolutely. Let me show you the third design, and this is really what we want if you're considering getting an IUL policy. If you are getting some value out of this video, I will really appreciate it if you support this channel by subscribing. Thank you. This is the third design, also increasing death benefit. You can see we are starting with the same $390,000, but this is the difference. Instead of allocating the full $390,000 to the base insurance, which is what the second design does, this time we are only using $100,000 out of this $390,000 as base insurance. The $290,000 difference, we are using term insurance. The term insurance is very cheap, and two, it does not pay out commission. So it reduces the expenses in the product as much as possible. Now, $100,000 is the lowest base insurance the insurance company will allow. And that's why we're using $100,000 here. So let's take a look now. $20,000 going to the policy. Year one, we have $15,000. Do you see the difference? From just $3,000 to $15,000. Year two, another $20,000 going to the policy. And we have what? $35,000 in the policy. Huge improvement over the second one and even far over the first one. So design really matters when it comes to IUL. Now, how much commission is the insurance company going to pay out for such a design? Let's take a look. Just about $1,800. Isn't it crazy? We went from $22,000 to about $7,000 to just under $2,000, $1,800. Obviously, a lot of agents will not like to do this kind of designs. And that's okay. Every agent have their own business model. But I feel this is the design that gives you, the policy owner, the best chance of success. And that is what we want for you. Now, let me show you one more thing, and that will cement whatever I'm trying to convey here. So these are the expenses side by side. We have the first design at the top, level death benefit. The second design, increasing death benefit in the middle. And the third design is also increasing death benefit, but with blended term insurance. So 100,000 base, 290,000 term insurance. Premium being paid into the policy, premium charge, policy fee, they are the same across the three designs. So everything is good as of now. Now the next is per unit charge. It is insurance company recouping the commissions as well as any costs they incurred to put the policy in force. Now in this product, it will be recouped for 15 years. Take a look at the first design. $3,800. So the insurance company is going to recoup $3,800 every single year for 15 years. When we come to the second design, $1,365. But look at the third design, just $479. So when we use a very little base insurance, the per unit charge is as low as it can be. This is why we want to shrink the base insurance as much as possible. Yes, it will reduce the commission. It's okay. We want you to have the best product and the best chance of success. So we shrink the expenses so that this per unit charge is as low as it can be. The next difference is the cost of insurance. Remember, these two designs doesn't use blended term insurance, and so there's no rider charges here. The third design cost of the blended insurance is what we have here. So if we want to look at the overall total cost of insurance, then we'll have to consider both the cost of insurance and the rider charges here. These two columns will give us the comparative cost of insurance if you are trying to compare it to this. So here, about a little over $1,000 across the first 5 years, we have $421. And then here, when we add these two, we are looking somewhere around $300 here. Blending term insurance really helps reduce the expenses in the product. Now, some agents will say, well, the blended term insurance, the cost can increase down the road. It's true. But the amount of money you save upfront over all these years allows your cash to grow far more than the insurance company will increase the charge. Let's go down the road, maybe 30, 40 years. Let's look at the expenses and see if it really hurts so much. So we are looking at about 40 years down the road. You can see from year 41 to 45, around 76 to 80 years. The cost of insurance in the first design, starting off at $2,000 all the way to $4,000 here. Second design, about $2,400 to $4,900. But the third design, we now have all combined here, and it's from $1,500 to $3,000. It's not like it's going to hurt you so much in the future. In fact, it's much lower compared to these two designs. The secret to the design of the policy is blended term insurance. We want to reduce the base insurance as much as possible so that the cost in the product is very low, allowing you to get the highest likelihood of success. If you are considering getting an IUL policy, Make sure it's designed with your best interest in mind, not the agent's. Reach out to me if you want to get it done right. My contact information is going to be on the screen and in the description below. And if this video helped you understand IUL better, hit the subscribe button. It's the best way you can support this channel and stay informed. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.